Well, we will need more than 5 Minecraft nights, but the answer is yes. We can ask the copper golems to sort our items, and that's what we will do today. Let's face it, no matter how landscaped our Minecraft world is, we will always need an ugly place where to manually farm resources. The spruce and the puzzle field, the acacia blob. With visitor, are you lost, poor thing? Then the pale oak is over there and they all look terrible. But what if, instead of farming leaves in a place away from our side, we make it look better and work better? By the way, today my forever world is 14,000 days old. It's a good day to start a new project. I love to blend useful farms in aesthetic builds, so the 3 fields will be connected by a water stream and items will be sorted by golems in a gothic manor secluded in a magic forest surrounded by dozens and dozens of unique custom trees. All the trees must go, not just mine but most of the vanilla trees which have been here since the world was created. I harvested 2 shulker boxes of leaves to build a custom forest that I will need to decorate the tree farms. With a clean canvas to work with, everything is easier. The ravine is on my way, but instead of covering it completely, I guess I can turn it into a river to liven up the landscape. Please trust the process. It's ugly for now, but at least I can easily cross the ravine. I want to start right away from the warehouse and worry about what's around later. We will build the copper golem storage designed by Xisuma with some minor tricks. A copper golem can't handle too many chests or it goes crazy, so we will make each of them check only 9 double chests, plus 1 empty for the item it can't find. Let's create our first golem. I'm using oxidated copper so it will soon turn into a statue and we can easily move it if it goes AWOL. Like I said, now it's ready to be relocated, while the chest can be scraped and made shiny again. To be sure that the guy finds the chest at the bottom, it's best to use mud blocks, because they're like a pixel or so shorter. Come with me. This is gonna be your spot, buddy. Imagine a water stream flowing through the countryside, carrying the blocks into this hopper. The first golem, after I will bring it to life again, will get the blocks 16 at a time and do its thing, checking the chest if it finds matches. As you can see, there's 1 leaves block in each of them, but you can put as many different blocks as you wish. If there's no match, the golem will find this empty chest where to put the blocks, and they will go to a second copper chest where another golem will try to sort them. Now pay a little of attention here because we have to handle the golems in the right way. We don't want the first golem to be able to reach the second copper chest, but as you can see, it can reach it from this corner, like I'm doing now, and the trapdoor will stop it. But now, it can jump on the trapdoor and decide to go for a walk, like so. So, we need a roof here to stop it. Let's worry about the second golem, because look, that's exactly what we don't want to happen. It finds this nice empty chest, put the item in it, and then finds it again and again in its copper chest. Come on, it's cruel. Who would do such a thing? Now that the second golem is a bit distracted by being a statue, let's surround the chest with stairs so it won't be able to see it, avoiding the infinite loop and focusing only to the chest it's supposed to. A third golem will get the item discarded by the second, and then another one for as many times you need. It's a bit of a slow system, but you can improve it by adding more golems in each module. They will all sort the items from the same copper chest. Leaf storage may seem a weird idea, but the point with leaves is when you need them, you need a lot of them, and I always end up not having enough. This is why I decided to build a custom tree storage facility. Time to wake up, our little helpers. You are ready, sir. And wax too. Come back to life. I think I'm developing Frankenstein syndrome. But hey, the storage is done. Can you believe it? This is the stripped block section. I have chests for the puzzle you get from planting spruces, and then all the leaves chests. And look how awesome shelves are for labeling the chests, much better than frames, and since they aren't entities, they shouldn't cause any lag. Let's pretend the water stream filled the first copper chest with leaves, and some bones I got from a friendly skeleton, why not? The golem takes its sweet time, then starts with the first item in the copper chest, the spruce leaves. It should find the right chest sooner or later. Probably later. Oh look, it sounded happy it found that. And yes, the spruce leaves ended in the right chest. Now it's walking on the oak leaves, but it won't find any match, and eventually it will put them into the empty chest, where the second golem will come into play, and so on to the end. The last module is a bit different, since the empty chest is just an overflow system for things that can be found. The storage system has a long, regular shape, but the box-shaped structure will look ugly, so I'm adding an entrance gate, balconies and overhangs to spice it. Since I want the warehouse to blend in with the forest, I'm using dark brown blocks, with a gradient that gets brighter as you go up. The ravine/wannabe river was bothering me, so I took a break to start landscaping the area, but yeah, there's still a lot of work to do, like water for starters. But follow me inside, it's still kinda empty in here, but it will be nicer, with a mezzanine and more furniture, and up here is where the tower will be. It's taking shape, isn't it? And I love that the balconies are not symmetrical. Let me grab the cyan blocks box so we can finish the tower, and then the rest of the roof. The tower is thinner in the center, almost like an hourglass, but thanks to the shelves in the corners there's still room for a spiral staircase leading to the upper floor and then to the top. Two large balconies overlook the river, and more windows open onto the other side of the building, making it very bright. Then finally, it was time to fill in the river that runs around the warehouse, adding a touch of life and beauty to what was a bothersome ravine. The warehouse is finally ready, and it looks fantastic. Whenever I want to build custom trees, I can get inside. There's an ender chest and a bed, just in case. A corner where to relax, maybe read a book. Ooh, this plant is finally dead, I can remove the dirt. The second one still needs it, to prevent it to grow wild. Let's head upstairs through the spiral staircase in the tower. The mezzanine is nice, with chandeliers and large windows that, honestly, look better from outside. And look, the golems are like employees in their tiny cubicle offices, and the manager can monitor their work from here. The staircase leads us to the top of the tower, but for now, I want to show you the back exit of the warehouse with a shortcut. Look at the tower and the gate, and if we climb over here, the round stained glass window, it makes it look church-like. But above all, we have the water stream. If I throw blocks anywhere in the stream, they end up in the salting system where the copper golems will take care of them. The stream will flow across the plains and eventually branch out to cover all the farms. So let's imagine we are walking to the warehouse. No way it can be a custom tree warehouse without being surrounded by a crazy amount of custom trees. Minecraft has lots of flowers, leaves and different types of plants, and I harvest most of what I need to decorate the forest from the farms hidden in the giant greenhouse I built almost a year ago, or in other farms scattering throughout my forever world. I won't show all of them, but let me enjoy the very last stop, the cyberpunk city built in a pale garden, which I am very proud of. It hides a flower farm of my design, connected to a bone meal farm, and since we are in a pale garden, it produces all the eye blossoms I could ever dream of. In 20 seconds, you are experiencing what took about 5 hours to build, but I'm not here to complain because honestly, it was so satisfying to see the forest and the fields take shape one block at a time before my eyes, creating this magical environment. Maybe I got a little carried away, but I worked on a larger area than I had planned, customizing all the fields for harvesting the trees and not just the forest around the warehouse. I walked this path many times while I was building and I already feel at home, but let me show you around. The path enters the forest and it's built one level lower to give a sense of immersion and mystery. The foliage and the bushes are varied but dense, so that the eye does not wander too far when walking, and it makes you feel like you're in a larger place than it actually is. Then you turn the corner and the space opens up. The view changes and you find yourself in front of the bridge over the river with the warehouse towering over the trees around. I have already showed you the warehouse, but the path continues along the river next to centuries-old and younger trees with bright green leaves. I created a group of smaller trees growing close together as they would in nature, like these ones with a trunk made of jungle variants including shells and bright azalea leaves on top, or the ones over the hill with a trunk that goes brighter, from mangrove to orange acacia. It's subtle but looks better. Every inch of the forest is spawn-proof, but there are still shadow patches under the trees and sunny spots in the fields for an immersive, realistic experience. The river gets to a lake but never reaches the sea. It feels wrong, I know, but I landscape the seafront in another video. I have big plans, you'll see. For now, let's not forget, we're here to harvest the trees. The tiny stall is a propagule farm. You have to bone meal the leaves, then you can wait for it to grow or just bone meal it a couple more times. I usually grow Minecraft trees close to each other, it's easier to harvest them. Everybody complains about mangrove trees, but if you plant them in a square of at least 4x4, you will harvest a stack of logs in no time. Birch and oak will grow here. I need only the leaves since I have plenty of logs. There will be acacias and azaleas over there and more trees on the other side of the river. I already have the plots of land where to grow every Minecraft tree, and I know what I want. 3 blobs can be ugly. Let's take on the challenge of making them look their best. The skeleton horses from the Stardew Valley video are still here. Maybe I'll start giving those guys a proper stable. The road from my base to the tree area is so pleasant that I want to use a mount instead of flying. And this is why I'm building this stable and larger roads and bridges. The lake was missing something and I added a little hut. I will spend some time here chopping down trees and I don't want to go too far if I need to sleep, but mostly I couldn't resist to build myself a little fishing hut on the lake. It looks so cozy. But let's not forget about the trees. I'm always running low on oak and birch leaves, so this is where I'll be gathering them. If you've guessed what the balloons and the paper lanterns in the sky are for, write it now in the comments. Or just wait a few seconds to find out. The raised bed is for the azaleas. They are all ready to be turned into trees to harvest the leaves. So far, they are the only leaves that doesn't change color in dull and grey biomes, and as you can see, I use a lot of them. This is where the acacia will grow. It needs a lot of horizontal space, but I hope I have enough. The skeleton horses made themselves at home in the stable. Are you okay, guys? Get some rest, you deserve it. Everything will flow into the stream up to the warehouse where the golems were sorted. I already showed you the mangrove area with the propagule mini farm. Each mangrove tree is different and has to be grown in a different way. If you want to farm oak trees, you better block them from becoming giant oaks that are quite annoying to harvest. The floating decorations are all about 7 blocks above a coarse dirt placeholder where the saplings will be. The birch area is similar but doesn't need floating blocks. The lumberjack, that would be me, lives in the hut near the lake with few but essential commodities, storage, a cozy bed and their chest. And if I'm in the mood, I can always enjoy my private dock and go fishing at the sunset. If I harvest too many items to throw into the water stream, I can put them in this barrel. The stream goes underground to pass under the river and, let's recap, there's a basic auto dispenser that shoots the block into it. Let's follow the stream, and here they are, a block fountain that is amusing but not what I want. I need to cover the bubble column. I could do it with a slab, but let's be more creative. Just imagine there's a heavy log. These are the ropes to lift it, and then a chain and a decorative hopper. On the other side we can build a pillar of a small crane, then the hoist. And connect everything diagonally like this. Well, it looks cute. And most of all, the blocks from the bubble column aren't skyrocketing. This is the spruce field where I will also get portal. I scattered tiny spruce trees around as if they were at a stage of growth between the sapling and the giant tree. The lower field is for pale oak, dark oak and jungle trees, and the road stops here for now, but I'm sure I will find some reasons to expand it. Where once there was an ugly plot of blocky land exploited for resources, now you'll find a smart, nice-looking farm where everyone can work while enjoying the peaceful, detailed environment, and even the humble have a safe place to call home. The work of a lumberjack is hard and boring at times, but full of satisfaction. The saplings are all in place and will soon be ready to be transformed into amazing decorations for projects to come. And at the end of a long day, it's nice to relax while admiring the sunset, saying to yourself, "You did well today." The trees are growing. I can see the jungle and the pale oaks on the other side of the river. The oaks, the acacia. Oops, I forgot to plant the mangrove, but the propagule farm is loaded and we can take care of it. The little guys sound very happy when they find a match. And so am I when I watch them walk. Everything is going smoothly and the items are sorted in the right place. Thank you all for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed this cozy weird project, but bigger plans await us, so Happy New Year to all of you and see you soon!